Here's adventure.
His fast gun for hire heeds the calling wind.
This is High Noon and welcome! Are you prepared to draw? I hope so! And I don't mean any of that liver-lizzied, gun-slinging stuff. And I don't mean any of that arty stuff. I'm here to do that. Yous all will just draw together, become family, friends, help each other, support each other, all that stuff. This is a place to have a good old time, friends and frolic, and all that stuff. Okay? This is it.
Hello, how is everybody today? I hope you are all good. So we are on page 20 of the Canadian Shield number 2. We should put that in there. We're almost done it. Just trying to get some of the blue marks blue off. And the biggest part here is going to be. Hey, John. Oh man. Yeah. So finally, high noon. Oh yeah. So what's new for you today, John? As you can see, I'm starting to slowly make some changes to the Discord. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing besides, creating, a high noon room. I'll probably create a Twitch room, Cross Comics After Dark, although right now that's not much of a thing. You're driving back from Bakersfield. I take it that has something to do with your job. So sounds fantastic to me. Far drive. Well, sorry to hear that it's a far drive. I guess that's not excellent at all. Now, I'm trying to get Toxico in this panel. He's punching the Canadian Shield in the chest, which it's not really having an effect. Oh, and get some gas station. There's the Wolverine I did yesterday. John, what do you think? I've started coloring it too. Now let me show that off. It's not complete, but here it is. So, no effects. Sounds boring. No effects for what? This? I'll probably put a thud or whatever on a shirt. Crunch or something later. Looks pretty good. I have some complaints. Okay. What are your complaints about my Wolverine drawing? No, or you said toxic attacks have no effect. Oh, yeah. Well, the Canadian Shield can stand up against, you know, missiles and all that. His punches, Toxico can't punch much better than the average Joe. You got played by your own delay. I usually do. But no, it's more end up to be comical that he's Shield's just standing there. Okay, buddy, whenever you're finished, sort of. As he's getting punched in the chest. And I think Shield's thinking here. Da, 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 da. And Shield here's going to be thinking something to the effect of, I've just had about all I'm going to take. Oh, I see. If it's for comedy, then that's okay. I'll let it slide. So the Canadian Shield is in just a stand-in for Well, he has a double chin. See right there. Dude. Dude. Hey, Kyle. How are you? Long time no see. That's good. How's the worldwide shutdown treating you? Been busy finding sanity. Couldn't find it. Yeah, I know what you mean. Sanity does not like to be found. And you're failing to effectively show three dimensions. Show the three-dimensional of his mask wings. Of his mask. Don't they just go out to the side sort of flat? Rick thinks Chronic is my fate. Is fate my? Tell him. Escano de Boro. Me and the toaster have come to the conclusion it doesn't exist. And if everybody also could hit the like button and maybe share this out, it'd be very, very much appreciated. Rick, how how is your racist comic? I don't got a racist comic. But my non-racist comics coming along pretty good. And some of those need bonus. It's over half colored. 2/3 colored. Let's see. It lacks Crusaders. And it lacks them fighting for freedom. But the comic is about a Native American. Oh, missing Vikings. Did you say no, I'm not saying it lacks freedom. I thought Kyle might have been saying that. Yes, but you portray the Native American or Native Canadian as a dimwit. He's not a dimwit. He just simply doesn't know how to express himself in English all that well because he's used to speaking Mohican, Mohawk, most of the time. Trust me. Canadian Shield's English will get better as he spends more and more time around people speaking English. Uh, Native Americans superpower making casinos. You're lucky I have to scan that.
I know you scanned it earlier.
Also, God the Eagle doesn't speak Mohawk. Guess he could, but Maybe he's trying to get Shield used to speaking English more. No, he's not speaking French. She was fluent English speaker in my. Yeah, because yours took place like 5 years in. I'm sure, in fact, I know by the time the Canadian Shield hits year 5 of Cross Comics Universe, he'll be speaking good English too. Well, maybe yours could be year 2 or 3. I'm sure he'll be speaking. But no, he doesn't speak French. He speaks Mohawk, a Native American dialect of or language. But he knows some English. He speaking English with the guy at the end, so he doesn't speak English. So why do we even bother invading you? Jeez. Yes, not everybody spoke English at one point in the history of the world, you know. You brought English to his part of the world. Like I said, he speaks some English that he obviously learned because of the people living there were mainly English speaking. Okay, how is he racist? Why didn't the missionaries teach him the white man's tongue? Well, the white man probably did speak to him in English. I would presume that met him, but you know, he's outside of the Hamilton area. I'm not sure how frequently he would come into Hamilton, but the outskirt, the downtown area. But he's interacted with English-speaking people somewhat, but not on a regular knife basis to make him at the point where he gets transported to the future a great English speaker. No. Rick, admit a lot of the First Nations research for the novel I never wrote. Okay. My mother-in-law still doesn't speak English. Says John. I don't think there would have been those. Well, there would have been schools, obviously, in this area. But I don't think they would have been sending the Native Americans at that point in history to white schools. What about Europeans that don't speak English? What? I'm more than willing to admit, man like Cougar, Canadian Shield is an abnormality with being 8 feet tall. Most of his kinsmen would not be 8 feet tall. I can admit that. I just wanted him to be super tall. I did fight going back and forth between 8 and 7 foot, I must admit, but at one point, I've decided on, okay, I'm going to make him extra tall, be an abnormality. Mallet's T. There's his T. There. Or T. TT. TT. Alrighty. The idea between behind my story was that the First Nations of Canada and the United States joined together and took back a lot of their lands. I've informed 8 economic zones and rival China. Huh? Cool. When did you write this, Mallet? How tall is his mama? I'm not sure. I have yet to delve that far back in his history. They were led by an 8-foot tall Mohawk in Indian. And again, I have no idea how tall his daddy was, either his mom or dad. John, please, these are relevant facts that do not need to be explained. No, they don't need to be explained, but one day I would like to, I might delve that far back. I know what I need to know how to write the scripts that I write. John, I know. Sometimes it's hard to explain, I must admit. I know more about Xylo than Rick knows about Canadian Shield. And the cow and the cheese. And how far have you read, Dillard? Which issue have you read to? This is. Well, go read the other 4 that I have on in the group. They do get better, I would say. No, we're not rewriting the Cross Comics universe. Even Evan says number 3 is better than number 2, and he hasn't read beyond that. Or last time I knew he had. So you're trying to say all the scripts are crap when you haven't read all the scripts. I don't know. I have or I've had 30 scripts written. I can't find some of them, I must admit, off at the moment. So, 2 out of 30. Hmm. Two. And I've written 8 of the Canadian Shield. So I guess that's 2 of 8, a quarter of them. It's been a long enough time for the Canadian Shield to have a Christ and a style reboot. Okay, I'm missing my page 21. This is not good. Later, Mallet. Oi. Okay, I guess I'm drawing up page 22 instead. I'll have to find page 21 before I get done this. I'm gonna have lunch with my family now. I'll come back when I'm done. Okay. What are your thoughts about 21 million Chinese cell phones being deactivated since the beginning of the year? Many possible reasons. What's the normal thing for, in 2 months of a year? And China's 1.5 billion, 21 million isn't a lot. It's a lot of people, but for their population, 21 million phones suddenly not going inactive could be several reasons. People not paying bills. For whatever reason. Okay, so this is going to be difficult. To Canada, if 21 million people suddenly stopped, 21 million phones stopped operating, that'd be a hell of a lot. That'd probably be almost the entire population that has cell phones. So there'd be something fishy there. Even for the States with 318 million, 320 million, 21 million, again, would still be a lot for a fair amount for you guys. Right, not pay bills. Right. They track people by their cell phones. There's maps you can look at that show who's been infected and when. Well, yeah, I guess I know they're talking about doing that here, well, or in the States. And that's just one thing. Obviously, deaths, you know. How many deaths are in China a year? One, two, three, all the two, 13. And 3. Hey, Inkwell, how are you? Good to see your hands up. Yeah. How many plus the top? 1, 2, 3, so we have 10. And we'll do You know what? I'm gonna go 1.5. Okay, so from here we want. Well, there's too big and then it's short, so we'll go 3. And then we gotta go 1/4. I'm doing good. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna. Okay, maybe 15.5. 1/4. What are you looking for? I haven't done anything with those yet. How's life under Canadian quarantine? Does the shield have the vaccine? Well, his suit would protect him, that's for sure. Oh, crap. I forgot I changed things here. Dude. But going a little nuts. Actually, the staying in doesn't bother me so much as when I want to go out to, like Walmart, having to wait an hour in line just to get in. Stores not actually being open. You know, and the really frustrating part for me is my town, my city, whatever you want to call it, there is 500,000 in it. The last time I knew, there's 100 people, 150 people approximately infected. And that's, so I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go 2 there, 1/4. Two, 1/4. My city has like 10 cases with like 350 to 400,000 people. Yeah, I believe that's even more frustrating than me. And let me guess, everything in your city shut down over it? So you take up the position that the population needs to be called, Rick? No. Take up the position that everything being closed is a little bit nonsense when, there's 150 people infected in 500,000 people. Because that's like less than half of a percent of the whole city that's infected. And Inkwell's got it worse. Only 10 people infected. Okay, so I believe in proactive preventive. Just what are the proper measures? 1, 2, 3. No, I'm just going to 3. What are the preventative measures? Really, like suicide's up, mental illness is up. But if less people will die by peace. Okay, then let's do this every year for the cold, the flu. You know what? I know what we can do. We cannot drive anymore. Because here's something for you guys. At this point, this year, over the world, there has been over 600,000, I think. I'll find out here in a sec. There's only 123,000 deaths so far this year for the thing that shall not be named. But right now, I was wrong. Right now, there has been 386,000 traffic fatalities. So obviously, there's been more accidents than that. Should we ban driving? It's a preventative measure from people getting killed from road accidents. Essential driving only. true. It's not me saying it. It's other stuff. You can look this up. Yeah, but that's why 300 to 500,000 people die of the flu every year, Raggedy. It's not deadly. That's worldwide, of course. Let's see. Deaths caused by smoking this year. 1,431,000. Deaths caused by alcohol this year. 715,000. Shall we take away everybody's alcohol? Everybody's cigarettes? Whose ignorance? Mine or somebody else's? Bullet. Rick, speed limits and road signs are the preventative measures equal. Okay, but then why do we get 386,000 deaths so far? You know, let's stop everybody from driving. You want to stop contact? There's another way. No, because your preventative measures don't stop 386,430 people from dying thus far this year. Rick, what is number one cause of traffic? What is number one cause of coronavirus? Probably for both, not paying attention. You know, everything that they're saying to do, you do for the flu. You know, if you're feeling ill, stay home. You know, wash your hands more and all that. There's an argument we made about why we need to go back to work. Not enough people are dead yet. Isn't one of them. True. My point is, no, that's not what my logic's saying. My logic is saying, I'm comparing, you know, we have all these deaths due to, you know, traffic accidents. Why not just stop, you know, traffic flow altogether? That's what they're doing with, you know, stopping you not from going to work or doing whatever. It's like taking all the vehicles off the road. In my opinion. Anyways, that's all I can have is my opinion. Based on the information at hand. Well, I've seen accident happen when nobody breaks the rules too. I don't know how many less would happen. And we don't know what caused every single one of those accidents to which somebody died. But we also know that there was a lot more accidents than that people survived too. So I don't know what the ratio is. I'm going to begin to suspect. How many road traffic accidents there are. Apparently, armed guards are outside Rick's house keeping him from leaving. No, they're not. Left my house a few times. I just don't got anywhere to go. I'm saying for 150 people in my city, to make me wait in line for an hour in Walmart is ridiculous. I could catch the cold, a cold or flu. When there's 500,000 people in my city, the chances of me catching that are so slim. Or Inkwell, 10 cases in his city, and it's almost 400,000. Let's shut the city down because of 10 people. A city of 400,000. Let's shut the whole city down because of that. You could just quarantine those 10 people that are infected, and maybe anybody that they've come into contact with recently. There are less accidents now. I got a rebate check from my. Yeah, okay, then that obviously would mean normally, because there's less cars on the road right this time of year, or not this time of year, but because of things going on, that number is obviously low. Seems that's the reason why it's low, and you're got a rebate check, I would guess. It comes down to this, Rick. If you loved your mom, well, I do love my mom, would you'd be willing to do whatever it takes to keep her safe and healthy, but you don't seem to be inconvenienced by it. Actually, it wasn't Walmart, Raggedy. It was another smaller store called Factory Direct, and I didn't actually get it. But there's the problem, Raggedy. It comes down to you talking about health and safety, but what's the health and the safety? There is 150 people infected out of 500,000 people. Yeah, that's what they had, curbside pickup. I had to wait outside for like 20 minutes to see whether they had it, which their site said they did, but they said they didn't. Yeah, but you tell me, Evan, who's going to die? How many people are going to die for me to get a Blu-ray player? One, I don't have it. There's 150 people infected and 500,000. That's less than 0.5% of the city. Then we should be shutting the thing for the flu, because how many people are infected by the flu at the moment? In my city, over 900. How many people are going to die of the flu in my city? I don't know. There are 6 dead in my city from this thing. If 10 people had Ebola, would I stay home? Probably not. Yeah, but the figures aren't showing that 7 to 8,000 people would die. It's not even showing that in my city 7 to 8,000 people would catch it. Yeah, these panel layouts are a little off from what I had planned. But oh well. If a stream could give you an STD, we'd all be infected now. Socialism coming to town. Soon you will have no rights. Let's celebrate. They are probably upset. Rick was convinced, so this was all a mistake. Rick, do you know what the number would have been without quarantine? No, I don't. I can admit that. No one does. So we can't say whether it's better or worse, or how much better or worse. You can't say that there'd be 6 or 7. Technically, I guess I can't say it would be much lower, but nobody can say it'd be that high either. But I can believe one way or the other. Yeah, dead. And how many are... That's how many that are dead in all of Canada. But how many people have recovered? Almost 8,000 people have recovered. 7,992 people have recovered. Almost 10 times? Yeah, 10 times. Almost 10 times the number of people have recovered than have died.
What's the sense in arguing over this?
I don't know. Entertainment? I know 2 people on vents and 2 people suffering at home on their own. I wonder how they got it. Who knows? Yeah. And out of that 26,206 people, 7,000 have recovered. Now, I don't know what percentage that is offhand. 8,000. There are 17,391 active cases. 557 of those are serious. You know, we've tested over 400,000 people and only 26,000. We've tested 437,000 people, and 26,000 of those have had it. So over 400,000 haven't had it that have been tested. Actually, some crime is actually starting to go up, Evan. I've heard what's the crime in I forget what type of crime I heard's gone up. I think you had the same report as me, so can you remember, Mom? Yeah, look at Italy. Um, they have 162,000 people infected so far. 21,000 dead and 37,000 recovered. Our numbers are vastly different than theirs. Numbers are, I'd say, vastly different everywhere you go with this, so it's hard to compare country to country. For various reasons. Rick, who is the idiot who would let the zombie into the house? No, I wouldn't let the zombie into the house. I'm just the guy that wouldn't believe it's a zombie apocalypse with, well, maybe with almost 2 million people, I might believe it's a zombie apocalypse. It's hard to say. And how many of those had lung problem? Already had lung damage? People, I don't mean to be callous or seem callous, but people suffer from stuff every day and get stuff that they have to suffer from each and every day. Do we shut down the country over it? Or countries? And I think that's my point, is we're shutting down everything. People are losing jobs. Sometimes I feel like that, Evan, but no, ultimately I don't believe that. A 98% survival rate. For what? Rick doesn't know this, but Benjamin Franklin supports him. I was gonna try and start saying, well, it says he can only control so much. 0. Yes, Rick, people need to go back to work. Where we disagree is that your argument appears. No, I've never said more people need to die. If you're getting that out of my argument, you're getting something completely wrong out of my argument. Yes, do we need to take some precautions? Yes. Do we need to close down the country? I don't think so. Should I have to wait in line? Not me, just anybody have to wait in line at Walmart where I'm more likely to catch a cold than the coronavirus? Or catch the flu than the coronavirus? Her kind name should be called Tales from the Rona. Yeah. Yeah, he may have had a few good ideas, but he had a lot more bad ones, I'd say. Calling the herd conditioning. Mhm. Uh, so with you saying you can only troll so much, Mallet, does that mean you're done trolling? You were trolling? Rick, when was the last time a pandemic was declared over the flu or a cold? Probably about 100 years ago. But my point is, what do I have? What if I'm waiting an hour out in the cold to get into Walmart to get groceries, or if I'm waiting an hour in line to get into the grocery store, to get groceries? There's 150 people infected in my city of 500,000. What do I have a better chance of catching? The cold or the coronavirus? I'd say a cold. Actually, I don't think they shut down businesses back then, but I could be wrong. They quarantine people, yeah. That were sick. I truly believe if Trump wasn't president, we would not even care about Rona. And the world was never the same. Um. Anyways, Inkwell, how are those turnarounds coming? And that could be very true. Can we get more fear mongering, Eric, please? Guess we could. I don't really want it, but. Well, you gotta remember, Inc., everybody's entitled to their opinion. No matter how much you like it or don't like it. And it's good to have good, healthy discussions. You just can't go away from this hating one another. I remember a lot of people standing outside Walmart's waiting for their Blu-ray players in 1917 too. I doubt that since A, Blu-ray players weren't invented, and Walmart I don't think was, but seeing as how the First World War had just ended, or a couple years after that, this was only a couple years after it had ended. Exactly. If I'm not sick, why do I have to stay home? I don't know what they would have been standing outside. Maybe grocery stores? Nice segue. Yeah, I think I'm catching a cold. Or the flu. You'd have a better chance of getting hit and dying from a bus. Well, I'm not sure whether I'd have a better chance of that. Getting hit by a bus, but. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Sounds good. I think my delay is getting longer. Yeah, that sounds good. Emailing them. I'm on Discord too now. Um, yes, but something that gives you a better chance of not getting hit by a bus. Just simply looking and listening. Too. Actually, probably if there was no stop signs or crosswalks, It wouldn't be so much that you would have a better chance of getting hit by the bus. You just wouldn't have a good chance of getting across the street. Because nobody'd stop for you. I was yesterday, although I've ordered it online and I have to wait till them from them to get it, and then I'm gonna have to go out again and wait in line, wait outside again. I have 3 Blu-ray playing devices within 6 feet of me. Yeah, well, I have a Blu-ray player that doesn't work on my main TVs, and I got lots and lots of Blu-rays, but and do I have my place? My PlayStation might play Blu-rays. My PlayStation 3. That's about it. But that's on this TV. That's in my thing. Oh. Okay, this has building. Fire truck. Police car. Shoot. Doo-doo-doo. Police officer? Nah, I'll take the stop signs and crosswalks. I don't want to play further with. Neither do I. That's what it would be like because cars wouldn't want to stop for you. Rick is Blu-ray rich. I'm not. Blu-ray rich. It's a good thing no one respects Rick's opinion. We would all be dead. No, you wouldn't. But I do agree, probably nobody here respects my opinion. Oh. Well, let's see. Hi. Oh. Oh, okay. You're on, there. Uh, yeah, but that's just on my TV right here in my room that I'm doing this for. It's not the most best place to watch Blu-rays. Yeah, I saw Inkwell. Cars don't want anything. They're not sentient, right? Okay, I have no idea what you mean by that. Evan? I believe Bullet has. I believe he was doing some stuff on his channel with it. I've yet to because, well, I've got no money. Or not money for stuff like that. Eris dies. Uh-huh. Okay, cool. Thanks. Are we finished arguing yet? That's my mom. Evan's like, we were arguing? I think the term art he wants to use is debating. I could come up with something. Give me a minute. Dillard says, I'm not finished. Rick, why do people have to die because you want to move you don't want to move your PS3 to the living room? Because I just moved it to the bedroom? We are done. Come on. I can't believe Jesus wouldn't care about people dying. Sometimes he does. Sometimes, well, he's the reason for it. Choose a hero or saint. Neither. A blaspheming heathen he is. Rick needs his DVD player in his room for his giant collection of alone time viewing. It's not a DVD player, it's a Blu-ray player. Like I said, I just moved it into my room. A couple days ago. And that's more so I might be able to film myself playing. Or something to that effect. Put the camera in front of the TV and record. Jeez. No, so we got about 4 minutes left. So. Kills her. Hey, look at the Ananias and Sapphira in Acts. Because they lied to the Holy Spirit. Bomba! They were dead.